know anyone or perhaps have a friend who is so very kind and friendly, and not only to the people that they know, but to complete strangers? Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and distinguished guests, I know a person like this, and she is my friend, and her name is Lisa. Now, Lisa is very tall, and she has a beautiful burnt sienna complexion. And when she chooses to wear orange, her favorite color, it complements her skin tone perfectly. So Lisa and I work together. She comes into work every once in a while, and she says, "Peggy, I was at the coffee shop, and someone bought me a cup of coffee." And I think, why would a stranger buy Lisa a cup of coffee? And so, I know, it was probably her beautiful smile and her very friendly good morning. I'm sure they had a very lovely, short conversation, and perhaps the person she was speaking to maybe wasn't having that great of a day. And maybe Lisa just made that day a little bit better for them, and so they offered to buy her a cup of coffee. So have you ever been asked if someone could buy you a cup of coffee? Now, before knowing Lisa, I would have answered that question by saying, that's very nice of you, but no thank you. But I wanted to experience this, and so I had the chance. It was about 2 months ago. It was a beautiful Saturday morning. I was on my way home from the health club, and I had a particularly good workout at the health club. And so after a good workout, I have this intense feeling of a great sense of well-being. And if I had a well-being scale on that day, I would probably put it at 95. And so I thought I would treat myself to my favorite cup of coffee, and that would be a Dunkin' Donuts French vanilla with cream and sugar. And so as I'm turned into the parking lot of the Dunkin' Donuts, there are a car and a truck, traveling in the opposite direction, also turning in. It takes me a moment to get my purse, and as I exit the car, I see this man. He is tall, he has sandy brown hair, he has dark rimmed glasses, and he's about 20 years younger than I am. And so our eyes meet, and I say, "Good morning," and we walk to the door. He then opens the door for me, and so now I take a moment, because I love when a man opens the door for me. And so I look at him and I say, "Thank you," and we both walk in. Now there's a couple people ahead of me, and so I'm standing in line, he's standing beside me, and we're looking up at the menu, and he turns to me and he says, "May I buy you a cup of coffee?" And so I was going to have a Lisa experience, and I said, "That would be lovely, thank you." And so we're standing in line, and he turns to me and he says, "So, are you from around here?" "Oh yeah, I just live a couple blocks away. I live right at Harlem and North." And as I'm speaking to him, I'm noticing that there is sawdust collected on the bottom rims of his glasses. And so I say, "Were you the one that came in the construction truck?" And he said, "No, I came in a car." And then he says to me, "You are very attractive." And now I take another moment. And so let's just back up. I just came from the health club, and when I go to the health club, because I live so close, I just wear my workout clothes there, work out, and I go home. And so my hair is pulled back into a tight ponytail, and my hair is glistening, but it's with perspiration. My clothes, they are equally as glistening. And I am 20 years older than he is, and so I look at him and I say, "Thank you." He then says, "So, are you married?" And I look at him and I make sure, without saying a word, that he is to follow my eyes down to my hand, and then back up and I say, "Yes, I'm married, and thank you so much for offering to buy me that cup of coffee, but I think I'll buy it myself." No, I'm still going to buy it." We get up to the counter, and I order a small black coffee, and we leave. He places his order, and then we leave. I get into my car, and I lock And now I'm looking around, pretending like I can't find something, with hopes that he just leaves. But he's waiting for me. And so I pull out and I make a right-hand turn, continuing in the same direction I was traveling, and he makes a right-hand turn as well. I take my cell phone and I call Lisa. And I'm giving her every detail I can remember. What Dunkin' Donuts I was at, who might have seen us in the Dunkin' Donuts, what car he's driving. And as I'm talking to her, he follows me one block, and he follows me a second block, and then the third block, he turns off. It takes me Lisa about 2 blocks before we start laughing, because clearly I was not experiencing the same situation as she does when she is offered a cup of coffee. So you may wonder, will I ever accept a cup of coffee from a stranger? And I would say yes, because I think it would be worth the experience. Thank you.